Kamala Harris is almost certainly going to win that vote by mail. She leads in an average of the recent polls, get this, by 43 points. That early in-person voting, that's going to be pretty split down the middle. But then we're expecting that election day vote to be very good for Donald Trump. In the average polling, we see him up by 17.
Meanwhile, Vice President Kamala Harris is leading in 3 national polls just 1 week before the election. The YouGov poll has Harris at 51% compared to former President Trump at 47%. KTVS 3's Jeff Beinford joins us now. And Jeff, we've seen over the past few years that those polls are not always very reliable.
Well, there's a lot of massaging of the data that goes on, John. Experts always caution that polls are a snapshot in time, so accurate predictions do become difficult. But as we head down the stretch to Election Day, a new method of statistical sampling has originated in Shreveport that could change the face of political polling forever. Vantage Data House is the brainchild of 2 men, Bishop George and Jim Kitchens. Tonight we go in depth to see how they work closely with the BRF's Entrepreneurial Accelerator program to get their business off the ground and find out what it does.
Some of the algorithms that they use, the technology behind the whole platform, it's really disruptive in the polling industry. And we've seen that they have been very successful at the polls that they have run, and it's intriguing to be able to see all of that data in one platform.
By way of testing during Louisiana's 2023 elections, Vantage Data House accurately predicted 97% of races up to 5 months out from Election Day.
We adopted a polling methodology that I was familiar with but never been really used in politics. But Pew Research uses it, particularly like on international polling. The Census Bureau uses it. And what we do is do very large samples in a state, and it allows us to drill down to the congressional level, to the legislative district level, and even to the county level.
The Vantage House method is called Authenticated Predictive Projections.
It's a mathematical algorithm that says we look at the makeup of a district on 5 factors, what their education is, what's your age, what's your party registration, what's your race, and what's your gender.
From there, Vantage Data House can drill down on a district. It's been field tested in 5 states and academically reviewed by the universities of Kansas and Missouri.
We did our first big test in Louisiana where we had 30 races we looked at, and we would do our projections for people. And then in some of them, we'd go in and actually do a poll, a traditional poll in the district to make sure the numbers matched up and that our projections were working.
And they were. Business-wise, Vantage Data House switched up the norm.
We simply changed the business model where instead of individuals going out and buying a $15,000 to $80,000 poll, what we did was just switch it to a membership model, right? Where you're just leasing the information from us. Instead of you going paying all that for one poll, that one snapshot in time, you become a member with us for a fraction of the cost, and you get access to 130,000 polls for just $416 a month.
Vantage Data had to automate to accommodate up to 40,000 respondents per state.
The margin of error is so small because you have asked so many people their preferences. It's just much harder to get it wrong.
And all that information is updated every single day. Now, could Alexander see it replacing traditional polling methods?
I could, because it's far cheaper. We're no longer sample size 400. We may now be a sample size of 4,000 or 14,000
or more.
Or more. Dr. Kitchens has been doing this polling and this kind of statistical sampling for 50 years. So his methodology is as solid as there is.
By way of example, on the day these interviews were conducted, I asked Vantage Data to take a look at the congressional race in Louisiana's new District 6.
So you come here, you go to the congressional district, we'll go to 6, and we'll look at U.S. House. So right now, Cleo Fields is winning 42.9% to Guillory's 24.8%. We actually created the first ever automated polling experience ever invented.
It doesn't necessarily even have to be a political poll. It could be a poll about any type of information.
But nobody's ever approached politics this way.
The BRF's Milam agrees Vantage Data House could change the face of political polling and emphasize the reasons behind their interest.
Well, we're looking for something that's going to be high growth, something that, of course, is going to create jobs here in North Louisiana. But we're also looking for something that's innovative, maybe disrupting the industry or something that's unique.
And Vantage Data House certainly fits those criteria. And tonight at 9, one of the creators of Vantage Data will be in the studio with us. Bishop George will demonstrate live their look at Louisiana's 6th Congressional District tonight. And we'll discuss something Vantage Data has done that's gone viral, like big time. I think you'll find it very interesting. So, Johnette, back to you.
All right, thanks, Jeff. You know, I remember the days when polling was done by calling landlines at home.
Yep.
So obviously they've had to reinvent it. We'll see if this is the new best thing. Thanks for that report, Jeff. And we will continue to monitor all of the polls and get you the latest on all of the races. KTBS is your election headquarters, and you can find a full breakdown of the ballot on ktbs.com/politics.